everyone, we're back with part 2 of our Q&A session. We're going to be asking a couple of more questions that we received on social media. Thank you guys.
You're going to be asking more questions?
Well, asking each other the questions that you guys asked us. We are here to answer them, and here we go. Ready for the first question? Okay, Karely, so tell us about your background. What are your roots?
So I am Hispanic. My parents came from Mexico. Veracruz to be exact. Shout out to all the people. I never really met anyone that, or like family members, not like family members, friends who came from Veracruz. Everybody was like from Michoacan. Oh my god, sorry guys, we're in my car.
We're on the go.
I know. So yeah, my families came from Mexico. I grew up here in Orange County, and I just love being Hispanic. Growing up with like, I'm not like your typical Hispanic from Michoacan banda. It's a different lifestyle, the ones that we grew up into. So it was a lot of more Latin, like more Central Latin American music, cuisine, just like lifestyle. So it's a lot different than El Rancho, you can say. But yeah, I love it. I love it, and I'm all for it. I'm all for my Latinos out there.
Yes. I love it.
Next question, or do you want to answer that one for yourself?
Sure, I can answer it. I am 100% Mexicana. My mom is from Zacatecas. My dad is from Sinaloa, and I always say I've got the best of both worlds. I got tamborazo in my roots and some bandas, so that's first generation here in the U.S. And you know, I'm proud of where I come from. I love my people. I love my community. I love my culture. I love my background. I love what makes up who we are, where we come from, you know, humble beginnings, our parents that come here with a vision, a goal, and a dream that created opportunities for us that they probably never dreamt of, you know? So I am fluent in Spanish, hablo español, and I am from...
Oh, sí? Hablas español?
Sí.
Okay.
Born and raised in SoCal. I've been here my whole life, and I love where I come from.
You guys heard it live. She speaks fluent Spanish, okay? So we're gonna test her. We're gonna do a Q&A strictly in Spanish. A ver si
100% español.
A ver si sí.
Sí, lo que sea. Tráiganmelo.
Tráiganmelo. Pocha. All right, so my question is, somebody asked, how do you deal with rejection? I believe Daniel asked me that question. So Daniel, the way we deal with rejection is we usually just move on. If you're not, we're here to help the people that want to be helped. If you don't want to be helped during that time, or I'm not here to force you, I'm not here to try to sell you anything. Yes, we do sales transactions. Personally, me, everybody works different. So personally for me, I don't try to sell you and try to push it down your throat. It's like, if you're here to want the help, the advice, like the guidance, we're here to help those type of people. But if somebody rejects me or says no, then I move on to the next. The person that wants the help is going to come and want to work with us. And I don't see rejection as a bad thing. It's like, okay,
I agree.
I understand, like, not everyone's ready for it. It's not everybody, like, not everybody wants to own a house, and that's realistic. Some people want to, you know, move and live in condos or live in apartments and just get up and go. So it's not for everyone, but the people who are here and that want that assistance, we're here for those people.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
I agree, and I've learned this, that rejection will come, and that's okay, because it's not about me. It's about the service. You are not ready for the service at this moment. You may not be, or you may have a change of heart, and that's okay too. It's not the end of the world. No pasa nada, you know. It'll be okay. Whatever may not be here right now could be here tomorrow. Other opportunities will come, and it's not make or break. And I am okay with that. Yeah,
but you know, and there's sometimes that people want the help, but they don't specifically want to work with you. And that's also okay. Like, I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. Like, there's no biggie. Like, I don't get stressed about it. Like, it is what it is. We move on to the next person. that's it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really good question, because it's like, how do you deal? I don't deal with it. We just move on.
Yeah.
That's it. Next question, or was it mine?
Yeah, next question.
So,
someone asked, what do you ladies do to balance motherhood, home, and work?
so I don't have any kids. I'm not married. I think I let you guys know that. So for me, it's pretty easier to manage my time, right? It's kind of split into my family, into business, and to like me, like personal development,
Self-care.
yeah, self-care. I'm so big on that. So it's like the beginning of my day, it's for me, and then my business, then my family, and then my business, and then me again. So it's split like 5 times. But you know, this business, you have the capability of moving it around as you go. And I love that. But I've been able to make sure that if I want to take care of me, I wake up earlier. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's just no excuses. If you need to work more or focus more on your family, wake up earlier. Sleep later.
Yeah.
You know, if you want it, you'll make it happen. And it's a good balance. I feel like you always need to have that balance. You can't be all about work, because then you lose your unbalance.
Yes.
And you're neglecting a part of your life that you're gonna be fulfilled in your business, but not like in your relationships or in your personal development or whatever the case is.
I agree.
And you have to keep that somewhat balanced. Unbalanced but balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be tipping the scales too much.
Right.
Miss Libra. But what about yourself?
I think for me, I am a wife. I am a mom. And I have, you know, my son is 5 years old. So there were times in the beginning where I did struggle with that a little bit, just because I'm very devoted. I just go in, and sometimes that's too much because other things suffered. You know, I wasn't able to care for myself or do other things. And I realized this just doesn't work. So I really had to analyze my time and figure out what I had to do to make sure that I can take care of me, take care of my house, take care of my son, you know, tend to my husband. And I realized, okay, I have to start my days earlier so I can work out and take care of me, start my day off strong, and actually time block to make sure that I can spend time with my son, that I make the time to spend with my son, that I make the time to sit down and eat a meal with my husband. And I think my husband has kind of caught on too, where he kind of senses when I need those breaks, where he'll pull me in like, hey babe, you want to eat something? And I'm like, oh yeah, let's eat something, you know. And I'll have to leave my phone. I won't bring my phone to the table, just so I can be there with them and be good.
That would make sense, because I call you sometimes and you don't answer. I'm like, she's probably eating. That's okay. I'm like, she's probably having that quality time. And sometimes I have to think, you know, Susie has a family. I can't always be like hoping she would answer or be there right then and there, because I'm in that place. Everyone's in a different place, right? I'm like, I have the ability to spend more time in my business. So then later on, I can shift into other things, like create a family or get more into whatever, X, Y, and Z. So I'm just like, you know, I gotta take a step back and be like, you know what? Not everyone's at that pace that I am at. And not everybody has that time like the way that I do. So I always think, you know, where is she at? She's probably, you know, enjoying her time with her family. So just let her breathe. And I think sometimes we need to have those honest conversations with ourselves and with our, you know, our partners, our spouses, you know, whatever you have going on in your life, because there have been times where I have to sit down with my husband and have those raw conversations of, where am I falling short? Because I feel like we're not connecting right now. Like, talk to me, be honest with me, because I need to know where I need to just adjust it. Yes. And I need that every now and then. And I'll sit down and I'll have those conversations with him, and he'll be honest with me. And that's when I kind of need to reset, like, okay, I need to just change that a little bit, just to find that balance where I know that I have that time with my baby, that time with my husband, and I still have that time to just decompress also, because I'm human.
I need those breaks sometimes too.
Yes.
And that's okay. That is 100% okay.
And the thing with this type of business, it's not hard, right? It's not physical, it's not physical labor, it's all mental. So I feel like it's even worse, right? We need that stability, that balance to, you know, decompress, because it's so much information, especially when you start having like so many clients, so many different problems, and you're putting out fires and you're trying to do this and try to do that, and it's just, you get overwhelmed. And then plus on top, you have your personal life, right? Yeah. And it's just like, you need to have that balance or you're just gonna sink. You're gonna sink.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah. So I'm like, whatever helps you, whether it's like meditating, going to the gym, whatever, hiking. For me, it's obviously hikes. Yeah. That's my way of connecting with nature and having that pure energy of just, you know, okay.
It's like a recharge. You need that. Self-care.
Yes.
Always should be on your list, no matter what. That's like a non-negotiable for me too. Self-care. If I want to take care of the people around me, I have to take care of me first and make sure that I'm clean here, and I can deliver. Yes. I always think that to myself. I can deliver. If I'm good here and I'm good here, I'm gonna be fine. Because
imagine, and I know we're going long in this question, but imagine, like, you know, working, and you're not taking care of yourself. How much of like that work that you're actually doing, how much is it going to be good? Like how good of a job are you doing? Even if you're working 12 hours, how great is that work going to be? Because you're kind of like neglecting yourself, and I feel like you're not thinking, you're not getting creative, you're not thinking straight, you're just kind of like not present. And that work is you're gonna see that it's not gonna be like A1 work, you know. And it's just like, I'd rather have people work on themselves, make them feel 100, so then they could deliver the best work. That's a good question.
Yeah, I like that question too.
Somebody asked me on my IG, what type of credit score do you need to get into a home? That's pretty simple now. Well, it's not simple as in terms of, how do you explain this without being it too long? What the lenders look at is your FICO score, and that's the middle number or the average number of your 3 credit scores from the 3 different bureaus, and that has to be above 620 right now because of the pandemic that is going on currently. They raised up the FICO requirements that used to be from 580 to 620, so we're in that 600 range. If you guys aren't there, then come talk to us, reach out to us, and we'll help you. We'll connect you to a credit repair specialist. We work with a great girl. She handles most of my clients now, and I love it. I love that she gives them a time frame. We set them up, we get them going, we get their credit repair. It doesn't matter if they have collections, you know, years and years of collections. There's a problem that we have, and we have a solution for it. You know, it might not be like right away that you're gonna be able to, you know, fix that credit and turn it upside down, but
taking the first step
key. And then, you know, whether it's 4 months or 5 months later, you'll be there eventually. But it's taking that action. You can't just be like, oh, I have bad credit, I'm never gonna be able to own a home.
It's not a death sentence.
It's not. It really isn't. You just gotta put in the time and the work and the energy and the dedication to get to where you want.
And it'll be worth it.
Yeah,
it'll be worth it.
It is.
Okay, so the next one, how do you deal with work stress?
Work stress? You want to answer that one?
Yes, I can answer that one.
I'm like,
I think it would be, I wouldn't be honest right now if I said that work wasn't stressful at times. Like I said earlier, we're human. There are going to be situations that are going to flow so smooth, and there's going to be others that'll make you sweat a little bit. But I always think it's how we receive it. We just think about it as a problem. That's all you're going to fixate on. It's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem, it's a problem. And I feel like when you shift negatively, that's how you're going to feel about it. I always feel like if I've got a problem, I have to focus on the solution. I have to figure out how I can solve this, because I always feel like there's a solution to every single problem. I don't ever think that there's a problem and we're never going to be able to fix it. Certain things require more research, a little bit more in-depth, you know, taking care of things a little bit more in depth, and that's okay. But as long as you know that there's a way out, it's going to be fixed. It's not going to stay this way. I always think your mindset is your most powerful attribute, asset, whatever you want to call it. But I always feel like it's how you process it. It's how you're going to receive it. You know, if you're going to just dwell and sink on one problem, then
you're going to sink.
You need to change that for sure, because it's life. Life comes with stress, regardless of whether it's something minimal or something huge. It's going to happen. And I feel like it's just a matter of how you take it on. And if you receive it in light, it's going to be okay. We just have to figure it out. That's me.
I mean, for me, I can't say that I stress. I really can't. I don't remember like me feeling some type of stress where I'm just like, I get like overwhelmed, you can say. But obviously we have two different personalities. I like the challenge. I like when something, you know, is hard and difficult, because it pushes me to find a solution. I don't see it as something that's stressful, that's taking over my life, that I can't think, that I can't process, that I'm just like, let's go. Let's go. Let's figure it out. But that's personally for me, you know. I can't say that I stress. I just kind of keep moving forward, and that's it.
You have to.
That's it. And just try and find a solution. I can't. I love the challenge. That's a pretty good question. Susie, somebody asked, if I have student loans, can I still apply to get a house?
Yes, absolutely. Now, where do they stand?
So your student loans have to be in good standing, meaning that you're still paying them off. Because if they are, let's just say you have 2 or more student loans in collections, those are loans that, you know, have to be in good standing. So if you are in that situation where they are in collections and you let them go, and it's 2 of them, call the Department of Education, start a payment plan with them, and get them in good standing, so that way they can see that you're paying them off. At least you're trying. And once they start to see that, they kind of tell you, you know, you have to pay 6 months or so you can move on to purchasing a house or getting into like applying for that loan. Because if they're in collections, then we need to get them in good standing, at least for a couple of months. But if you're paying them off, then you shouldn't have a problem. But definitely it's talking to that lender and getting that plan of action. You know, if you stand here, if you stand there, where are we going to shift you into? That way they can analyze exactly where you stand. Credit, income, and all that. That good stuff that goes into, because factoring decisions. Sometimes people think like, oh, I have so many loans with X, Y, and Z numbers, you know, but what they really look at is like your debt, how much goes out each month compared to like your income. So they don't look at the whole value of the loan. Realistically, it's how much, you know, how much is going out each month. But that's definitely a question that we could go more in depth later on. Explain how they analyze these type of things. Obviously we're not lenders, but we can bring in a lender and have them go more in depth, right? Yeah, for sure. Okay, so what's your next question? The next one is, what's one thing that can instantly make your day better? Oh, okay, so let's have you answer, since I went AWOL on this one. Okay, I think for me, it just depends where I'm at. If it's the morning, I have to wake up. I definitely have to pray in the morning, just give my thank yous to God for a new day and all that good stuff. That makes me feel better, because I say, you know what, I'm here another day to take advantage of the opportunities that come my way and make stuff happen. A black
cup of coffee makes my morning just
Black
yes,
cup
like
of coffee.
you know, that's another pep in my. Sometimes I just need a hug. Sometimes I'll just go up to my husband, or I need a hug. I need human contact, because there's times where I'm really, really busy. I'll just get up. I'll go look for my husband wherever he is at around the house. I'm like, Hubs, give me a hug. I need a hug. Just hold me for like 2 seconds, and then I can go back. Just little things.
Yeah.
If I'm away from everything and I need a pep in my step, maybe I just need to watch something that's gonna make me laugh. Look at a picture that just
Look at our bloopers.
yes, or blues, something that lightens me up.
Yeah.
Because things happen. Sometimes we're in a funk, we're in a mood, or whatever you want to call it, and it can happen. But I think just catching that and not staying in that.
Yes.
Finding that little pep in your step that's gonna just redirect you.
Yes.
In good. I like to be happy. I like to smile. I love to laugh, and whatever's gonna add to that, send it my way. I want it. I want it. I need it.
Oh my God.
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, it's waking up immediately. And you sometimes when you're in a funk, or when like the night before, when you're kind of already feeling it.
Yes.
Something's just like off, and it's not anything bad that happened. You're just kind of like, oh
Yes.
Mars is in retrograde or something. I don't know,
Oh my God.
But you get into your mood. So for me, what's always worked is wake up, write 10 things you're grateful for. And if you're having one of those days where it's kind of like you're feeling it, you're not there mentally, you're just like, ugh, get away from me, don't talk to me, like everything's just irritating. It's like, go back and read all those things that you have written over the days that you're grateful for, especially in these times, man. I'm even more grateful, you see the world, what's happening around, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I'm being able to wake up, just that, breathing normally, having my friends and my family, and another day. It's another day. It's just not, it's not guaranteed for anyone. Full day, like today, I don't know if I'm gonna make it home. Like, it's being grateful and taking advantage and having these seizing the day with great attitude, with the great, with great company. You can't, and always like keep positive people around you. Because if you could have all these right things, right? But if you're not hanging around with the right people with the same mindset, what good does that do? Because energy is contagious. I'm so into like energies. If your energy doesn't match with mine, I'll talk to you, but will I spend that quality time with you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because it's contagious. And I'm not, I don't want to say selfish, but I take care of my energy.
Yes. Protect your space. Protect your space. I'm huge on that too. Yeah. Not everyone's for your space, and that's okay. Yeah. That is.
Oh my God, okay. I can't. I just think about it and I'm just like, I just can't. Yeah. I can't imagine being around someone who has, toxic energy. And sometimes I feel like people don't even realize that they bring that type of energy. Yes. They could be talking like all good and smiling and whatever, but it's like that vibe, it just doesn't align.
It's not for me either.
Yeah. So immediately I know how to like shift that and be like, okay, I'll be back. Yeah. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Yes. See you in a couple of days.
Yeah, but I like that. Be grateful, guys.
Yes, every day.
Every day.
There's always something to be grateful for every single day. No matter what is going on in life, there's always at least one thing that you can honestly just be grateful for.
Yes, 100%. And it's like the simplest things that
clean water. Opening your eyes.
Like, I'm grateful I have hair. Some people don't have hair out there. I'm grateful that, there's the sun. People in Oregon, I'm sorry, but you guys, or Seattle, wherever, they don't get as much sunlight as we do, and it affects people's mood. So I'm so grateful that we have the sunshine. I love the sun.
Me too.
So it's just like these little things that you don't think of, like my fingers. I'm able to move them. Oh my God, I can't keep going, but
me too.
I know, because
me too. I'm all for attitude of gratitude every single day, every day. I'll be thankful for the water I'm drinking. Like, thank you, God, for this clean water that I get to drink right now. Some people don't have that.
I know.
You know? And
Yeah.
that's reality.
That's true, guys. So always remember to be grateful. If you're having one of those days where you're just kind of like in a funk, write down 10 things that you're grateful for, 10 things that, you know, just come out to the top of your head, even if they're the silliest things. Like, don't think about it, just write it down. Whatever comes out, that's what it is.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
If it's your eyelashes, if it's your eyebrows, girl, be thankful for them.
Yes. It's true. It's true.
I know.
It's so true. I'm believe me, I'm one of those people. I am.
Oh my God. We're just drama.